Hey everyone, welcome back. This is James Brumfield. Today we're going to do some more algorithms and we're going to work specifically with arrays only. So this particular problem I solved about 6 to 8 months ago, and I was trying to recreate the code I did, and I just got completely frustrated and just tapped out and looked at my GitHub account. So essentially we're going to be rotating an array to the left. So just to read this problem, a left rotation operation array of size n shifts each of the array elements 1 unit to the left. For example, if two left rotations are performed on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the array would be 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So that's what we're going to implement today. And they give you an example here of an array of size 5, 4 rotations, and that's the result right there. So a couple things I want to talk about before we get into the actual code. What I didn't do was I didn't create a temporary array and then loop through the original array and put the elements that I found in the temporary array. I didn't do that, and I also didn't do in-place shifting as well. Now I'm sure if the problem called for that, I would have done it. I would have figured out how to done it, but with this problem, pretty much it's just checking to make sure your output equals their output, their internal compilers. So I just wanted to give everyone a heads up. That's what I did. But what I did do, in addition, was I did a right rotation array, and we'll go through an example of that. And it was pretty much the same. It was just the code was just slightly a little bit different. So we'll go here, so we can start getting to the code. Okay. So we're going to need the scanner class because we're going to be reading input in. So the first thing we need to do is always prompt the user, what are we doing? So what is the size of the array? Now, some of you might want to just, forward through because this is just typing. And when I do the right rotation, I'm going to just copy a lot of this code, and only really one line is going to change. But for those of you who want to see, we'll step through the logic. Int left array size. We'll read that size in. Next int. Notice this out. How many rotations? We'll do int left. I'll call it number of left rotations. Read that number in. Nothing you guys haven't seen so far, you haven't done. We'll define an array. Define array. We're going to do int. We'll do left array. I don't want to change a different name. We'll do array, first array. First array. I don't want to use similar names. It's going to be of this size. Well, it's going to be a type int, but it's going to be this size. So new int, and then left array size. Now we're not using a dynamic array, i.e. an array list, so we need to make sure we know the size of the array. So that's why we're going to input it above. Okay, let's fill in the array. Nothing too complicated yet. For int I equals 0. Oh, spelled 4 wrong. No, not a 4, 4. There we go. For int I equals 0. I is less than the left array size. We could do that. Or we can do first array dot length, but it doesn't matter in this particular problem. This out. Enter the integer into the array. So we're going to do first array at index I. So start at 0. I'm going to input our first number. And we'll do that this amount of times. So we fill it in an array. Again, nothing complicated. So this is the part of the problem that where we get to the certain index and we print out the array in a certain order. So we do for, we'll do int j equals 0, j less than I'll do left array size again, doesn't matter. And then we'll do J plus plus. Now, we're just going to do assist out, and we'll do, so here is where we're actually printing. So this is just a simple, the reason this took me so long is because I didn't remember to use the modulus operator, and I was beating my head against the wall. So I'll show you that instance there. So, and in my comments, I break down all the simple math during each iteration of this loop here, when j equals 0 up until the array, until the size of the array. So we'll do we'll do first array, then we'll do j plus, what's the plus? Plus number of left rotations, right? All that number, we gotta put that in brackets, mod left array size. So Control S, let's run this. So remember, let's go back to full screen. Let's go back to the exit presentation mode. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do 4 rotations, and you'll get this. So let's see if we could do that. Let's go back to presentation mode. Run. What is the size array? 5. How many rotations? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's not what I want to do, because I was supposed to put them on the same line. Same print. Do a plus a space. Let's run that again. Come on. I need to start using the short keys, but for another video. So size of the array is 5, rotations 4. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get that. We get what we were looking for. Let's do one more. Size of array 5. How many rotations? Let's do 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, and that looks like what I showed you in the beginning of the video. Okay, so now my extra credit, if you want to call it, is I did a right rotation. So if you guys want to fast forward, a lot of it's just going to be copying and pasting up until we get to this part. So we're going to do a sys out. Just do a space. Oh, not single characters. It's not a character. New line. Okay. So we're going to do up until here. And I'll change it slightly. We'll put it down here. So we're going to do right array. Right array size. Number of right rotations. Right rotations. So this is, we'll call this second array. So we'll do this, copy this one, we'll do, well, we have to, is going into this array now. Make sure I got all the instances. So we got read into this variable, read into this variable, create this array, okay, fill in the array, enter into the array, okay. So we're going to print this out. We're going to do a right rotation now. So did I put a comment up here? I should have. Print elements of array. So when I run this again, we'll do a left and a right rotation. So 4. This is like again, it was just not knowing how to use the mod. Well, not knowing that I had to use the modulus operator was giving me problems. And p less stop. less than second. Is it second array? Let's do second array. I'll just switch it up just slightly. Yeah, that's fine. P plus plus. Notice this out. Now this one is slightly different. And in my comments on my GitHub, I break down all the math. So we're going to do P plus. Stop, don't do that. Brackets, we're going to do right array size minus number of right rotations then we're going to put this whole thing, this in brackets, and then take the modulus of the right array size. So let's comment out. Let's save that. Let's comment out. Let's comment out so you can see it works separately. You don't really need this right here. Actually, no. We'll run them both at the same time so you see. So let's go run. Stop. There we go. Run. I'll just increase the screen size. So let's do this. What's the size of array 5? How many rotations? Let's do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the size of array 5? How many rotations? 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made that same mistake again, and that is an error. That shouldn't be right. So we'll go back to that and look at that in a second. So we do print line. So we got P plus, this is in the right array size minus the number of rotations modulus that. That seems right to me, but I could be wrong. And obviously I am wrong because that's not how it's supposed to be. Let me just, think out loud for a second. So you got, let me type it. Maybe I misused my brackets. Let's try this one more time. So we're going to do second array. We're going to do brackets. We're going to do P plus. This is going to be open bracket. It's going to be right away size minus number of right rotations. Right rotations. Okay. And we're going to need this whole number, modulus of this whole number, modulus, and we'll do right away size. Okay, it should work. So I'm just going to comment this out. We're not going to run this other code. We're not going to run this other code. We don't need to. Control S. Let's run it. Five, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. And that looks right to me. Let's do 1. So if we do 1, it will be 5 in the beginning, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that one more time. Size of the array 5. Rotations 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 in the beginning, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, guys, so that's the left and right rotation array. Again, I apologize for not using temporary here. Using a temporary array or using in place shifting in the original array. But that's why we're learning. Okay, thank you for checking in. Have a good day. I will see you soon.